What's up, man? Hey, what's up? Hey, hello, hello, good morning. I'm Dr. Matt Tonthat. I am a urologist, and I want to talk today about my aspirations in medicine. The first time I applied to medical school, I did not get in. Eventually, I got in. I did have to, after college, do a master's in public health. That was a 2-year program in order to beef up my application. And then I got in. In in that program, the Masters in Public Health, I was doing it around the time that the Affordable Care Act was signed in March of 2010, and I became interested in healthcare reform. I started to see how dysfunctional our healthcare system is, and I wanted to fix it. I wanted to fix it. With the School of Public Health, I really loved the philosophy, which is to prevent disease, to promote health before it becomes disease. And that would be done through education, through promotion of healthy lifestyles, healthy diet, through community programs. I'm just gonna read this shit, bro. Yeah, and that would be through through education, through promoting healthy lifestyles, and through policy. And so when I applied to medical school, I applied for a dual degree. So I got an MD, the Doctorate of Medicine, and an MBA, a Master's of Business Administration. And my idea was to learn the clinical side of medicine, the medical side of medicine, as well as the business side of it, so that I could get to know the ins and outs. And then as I progress through my career, hopefully become a part of the positive reform in healthcare. And medical school was 4 years, and once that started, the focus was on studying and not failing out of medical school and getting into residency. And then once I got into residency, the focus was on surviving and staying in the game, just trying to survive. That was survival mode for me, residency. And then now I'm out of residency. It's been 2 years and I'm burned out. There's most of me that just wants to get mine, get out, make my money and save my money and slow down, retire, live my simple, peaceful life. There's also still part of me who wants to fix things, to make things better. My working hypothesis for our healthcare system, with my experience, with my training, is that our healthcare system in America is not fixable from within the system. My working hypothesis is that the reform of our healthcare system cannot happen from within the system. So how will it change? I think that there would be two catalysts for this change. The first would be collapse of the current system. I don't know what that would look like exactly. I think it would likely involve either disruption or disaster. I do have a gut feeling that artificial intelligence will play a big role in this change. And the second path to positive healthcare reform, I think, would be a change in the guard. So I'm a millennial, I'm 35 years old, and my generation has entered the workforce, and we are a different generation than the previous generations. We see things differently. It's different times, and I feel like we all have had similar experiences in our healthcare system and have drawn similar conclusions. And slowly over time, we've aged, and we've gone to school, and we've climbed our ladders, and at some point we become the leaders of the healthcare system. And that in order to get up to become that leader, we had to make a bunch of sacrifices. It was difficult, and we saw all these changes that we would like to see but don't have the power to bring about. And then now we're at the top, and we have the ability to make those changes. Here's the catch, though. Making those changes would result in the need for these leaders to continue to make sacrifices. These new leaders, now that they potentially have the power to change, to bring about positive change, those changes now look different from up here. Those changes would require the sacrifice, the giving up of the luxuries that they finally can enjoy now that they've made it to the top. So they have to continue to sacrifice. They've sacrificed all along the way, and they have to continue to sacrifice for positive change, for greater good. And that's hard to do. That's hard to do. You finally made it to the top. You've got family, you've got children. In order to get here, it was through this system that is dysfunctional, but you jumped through the hoops. You did what you were supposed to, and now you're here. And now you can make changes. But making changes would mean, for you as an individual, kind of going backwards. It's creating more work. It's not the path of least resistance. It's the path of continued resistance. And that's hard to do. That's hard to do, and it's easy for me to say I would do it when I get up there, but everything looks different once you're there, I imagine. So those are the two conditions under which I could see healthcare making a positive change. And honestly, it's happening. It's happening right now. It's slow, but it's happening. I think our healthcare system is not okay, and I am okay with that. And I have to hold that paradox, because if I'm not okay with it, then I'm not accepting it. If I'm not accepting it, then how am I going to change it? So I have to be okay with the not okay. And what this brings about is peace within me. And what I think is, from this place of peace, is where positive change, true, genuine, authentic, positive change can come. What does that mean for me in my day-to-day? It means I'm just gonna do me. I'm gonna continue to educate myself, continue to do what I can with what I have control over, and the rest is not up to me. It's really, it will play out how it plays out, and maybe that's the fun part of all this. We don't know.